The intention behind what you are doing is everything. It's just kind of the universal truth. Intention equals outcome. If your intention is just to be hyper lazy and paste a link, then the expectation of the outcome should be the same level of feedback from the universe, which is nothing. That is nothing. You are doing the bare minimum and you're getting the bare minimum. Why are you surprised? Welcome back. Hi, everyone. Okay, I'm still trying to figure out what the public, or should I say, the algorithms want from me on this YouTube thing. And it seems you guys like the content where I talk about Facebook groups. So we're going to talk more about Facebook groups. Now, you guys know Facebook groups are kind of my jam, okay? I run 2 large Facebook groups myself. I have also a claim that I have built most of my businesses, most of my income utilizing Facebook groups, which is absolutely the truth. That is not a claim. It is the truth. I have been using Facebook groups since the olden days of 2014. And when I had my agency and it was bumping, we had a very high demand. Guess where a lot of those clients came from? Facebook groups. So of course I like me a good Facebook group, and I will tell you all about them. I want to talk specifically about how you go about finding clients in a Facebook group. And it's not what you think, because it's not what you see. A lot of people see these Facebook groups where people are like, post your links below, and then everybody posts their links, and that is not driving anybody's business. In fact, I have been very vocal about this. You're wasting your time! And if you're an intelligent, self-aware person and you respect yourself, you should exit any Facebook group that is just endless link dumping and nobody is genuinely engaging. Because yes, those groups may have a lot of comments on those posts, but every single comment is another person who's just desperately fishing for some traffic for their thing. Most people who are doing that are getting nothing out of it, and it blows my mind how many intelligent people get sucked into that nonsense, because that is not it. The way you find clients from a Facebook group, whether it be my Facebook group, somebody else's Facebook group, your local Facebook group, a very niche specific target audience Facebook group that you need to be in because your ideal client hangs out there, no matter what type of Facebook group it is, the place you are most likely to make a connection with enough substance to even lead to a potential conversation about buying from you is going to be in the comments. But not in the comments, as in I drop my link in the comments. Maybe if I'm being extra focused, a line of text telling you what that link is. No, I'm talking about comments with substance, responding to questions. And the question you are responding to, you are providing your own expertise or your product or service as the solution to the problem being presented in the question. This should be pretty straightforward, but at the same time, I still feel like a lot of people don't get it, right? Like, the intention behind what you are doing is everything. It's just kind of the universal truth. Intention equals outcome. If your intention is just to be hyper lazy and paste a link, then the expectation of the outcome should be the same level of feedback from the universe, which is nothing. That is nothing. You are doing the bare minimum and you're getting the bare minimum. Why are you surprised? But God bless, because at the end of the day, people just don't know. They don't really understand that digital marketing is kind of like a conversation you are having with the general public. That is the most organic and natural way to go about it, to be in an ongoing conversation with your target customer through your actions, through your behaviors, and the content that you put out there. You are having a conversation not with nobody, but with someone. Facebook groups are great for that when you understand it, because you can go into a Facebook group and have tons of interest in what you do simply by installing yourself as a character in that group who is helpful and engaging and provides value to other people. And then what that typically looks like is they send you a friend request or a DM and they say thank you for what you were offering them. And now you have an invitation to sell. It should feel natural and organic and actually should not cause you a lot of stress trying to figure out how to trick people into being interested in what you do or sell. It should naturally feel like you are being of service and you are being present aka visible in spaces where there is actually the potential for you to convert. So being intentional every step along the way is the right guidelines on how to proceed when doing this. Now, there is another piece of this which I highly recommend, which is storytelling versus kind of sales copy dumping. Because you will see this when we're shitting on how people behave in Facebook groups, you will see this everywhere. People following that template of oversharing and then presenting themselves as a solution and then call to action, drop an emoji or a secret code word if you want my thing. None of that is working anymore because at some point in time, it starts to feel really redundant. You see it everywhere and you realize none of these people are like actually genuinely interested in connecting in a meaningful way. They are just marketing and selling. And for sensitive, intuitive, self-aware people, that's not what they want to participate in. They want to give into things that give something back to them, things of substance and meaning. And they want to relate or at least feel like they are seen or understood by the things that they engage with because they value their own time as having value. And therefore, if you are using content like longer form content, the correct style of content, the content that actually attracts people to you, so you don't have to have any kind of tactic, you just have to genuinely be, is storytelling, telling your business story in real time. Today, I'm doing this. Yesterday, I met with a client and they were struggling with da da da, and I helped them in this way. Here's what a day in my life looks like. Here's something that I just learned. Like real time storytelling, almost like live blogging, but you post that as content into the group using actual pictures from your real life that back that up. So none of that template Canva nonsense, find the most boss babe looking template, but genuinely pulling from your life, your reality, to create visuals that are going to complement the story that you are telling. And that's what I suggest. That is what I do. My hope by putting this out there is that people watching it go, oh, that's so refreshing. I don't have to figure out the right tactic. I can just be me, and it's so much more doable. So off you go now. Find yourself some Facebook groups, give it a try. And also remember, asking questions, breaking the ice, building your own kind of network of activity going around you requires you to be someone who drives conversation on social media. So that's my final tip. I say this all the time. Be the icebreaker, be the conversation starter. That helps you gain favor with the algorithm, but also just be highly visible in competitive spaces. So proceed as you will, go forth, thrive, be excellent. I think I sent you guys off prematurely. I do want to remind you about the Enlightened Entrepreneurs Facebook group. Please join if you haven't already. Come say hi. If you found it from this video, come in and tell me that. I want to know if people are finding this content helpful on YouTube, and I am keeping their attention enough to get them to the end of the video where I tell them to join my group. It is the best group on Facebook. I am fully biased. Come check it out.